Hi, this is just a very quick review about Decotime Twinmarkers. These in the black barrel, they are the action markers, they are alcohol based. That means that you can do a pretty much smooth transition. I will just quickly show you over here. And it's nice, you can color things, the colors are nice and vibrant, but the best part of this is that you have a brush nib and a point nib compared to other brands that they will have just the fine and a chisel, which I'm going to show you in a moment. So here you got the brush, which is kind of soft, it's nice, and the pointy one, the fine one. These are amazing. I believe this range has got like 320 colors more or less, and you can find your blues, your reds, your greens, your yellows, your grays. There is such a great amount of colors and you can find them in different sets. They are alcohol based, so that means that if you get them exposed to sun, they will fade. So colors, they will change their properties. So I would recommend, if you're looking for something that is more durable, to scan your work, to scan eventually the pages of your coloring book that you like, and you hold them like that, because the colors will eventually fade. Any alcohol based product, even the most expensive one, they will eventually fade. But the thing is that the product itself, it's very nice, it's easy to hold. The fact that you've got a brush instead of a chisel nib, I think it's a must favorite from for everyone. And very, very cheap. I found this to be more cheap than just buying random alcohol markers on Temu or Shane or other like big retailers online. And if you have an Action store, I think in the UK you got the BHM or BH, you can find them too. I mean, now they are opening so many shops around Europe, and I believe you can easily find them. And I use also Vinted, and I see that there's a lot of people that they will eventually resell those. Maybe they will get a little bit more expensive, but to be honest, again, for the type of product and the price, these are amazing. But what happens when you run out of the alcohol inside? So of course you want to always keep your alcohol markers close, because they will eventually dry. These are not refillable. So once the color it's not coming out anymore, that's it. Then you might be forced to buy the whole set if you kind of running out one color. They don't sell them individually, so that's the only bummer. But the thing is that when you get the more cheaper products, that's what happens. You cannot buy individual colors when you run out of. But this is, again, it's such a great product, and I've been using several kinds of alcohol markers, the expensive one, and of course about, possibly you will know about Copics. These are the most popular, and the Chow ones will have the chisel, which I'm not a fan of, but most of the alcohol markers, they will be with the chisel nib, and they have the brush, which it's bigger compared to the twin marker one, but still it's lovely. And the good thing about this, and also the reason why they might get more expensive, is that these are refillable. So you can buy separate ink and refill these, and basically you will have the same barrel for a lifetime. While unfortunately these, once the alcohol runs out, you can try and refill them with some rubbing alcohol, but they won't be the same. I'm not sure about the result really, and of course they will fade more easily because you're putting more alcohol compared to the dye or the ink inside. So basically this will change the color, and they are not refillable in the sense that you have Decotime providing you with the refillable ink. So disposable ones, that's also a reason why they're cheap. And when it comes to the brush, it's a felt tip, which it's kind of have the tendency to fray. So you wanna be extremely light-handed, but I will recommend to be very light-handed in general, because you will press the nib, you will release too much ink, and you will basically just ruin your piece because the paper will drench in color and you won't have a precise outcome of what you're doing. So this was sketch I was doing, and I've used Decotime colors. And of course, if you have any other kind of brand when it comes to alcohol markers, that's, you know, the markers, they don't care, they will just blend eventually because there's alcohol inside of all of them. And I use pro markers, I used Chameleon, I've used of course Copics, I've used Spectrum Noir. I mean, the main big difference of course it's the quality of the nib and, you know, how long they will last, how much ink is inside. But you know, because at the end of the day they don't have archival property, they will fade with UV rays. If you don't do these as like just do illustrations with alcohol markers and that's all you do, then you will probably need a more professional product. But it's not necessary. I mean, it's just that, you know, you have few brands that are so well known in the industry, and that's what they will go for. But again, these are lovely price wise, product wise. I'm 100% fond of them. They will eventually, again, they will be prone to fraying on the tip, especially the brush one. They will probably run out of ink easily compared to maybe more expensive ones. But again, if you want to use alcohol markers because they provide a smoother finish, you don't have any harsh lines in between, I will definitely recommend. So I hope this was helpful and thank you so much.